Hey everyone. I know it's been a good week or so since I've done a video. It's a lot that's been going on social media, online, in the news, and everything. And I have been paying attention to some stuff, catching up on things, and I have some stuff I definitely want to get into and talk about. This video is about Housewives, but I do want to do a video on Tory Lane's this whole trial going on. I have thoughts on that, and that's something that I have not done a video on um, at all. So it's something I definitely want to get into quickly while this trial is going on. Now, let's start with the Housewives. Now, Cynthia is returning to Housewives of Atlanta, the new season, season 15, as a friend of. She has been filming for it. And I had no idea she was filming for it. I did see her at Candy's event. Candy had a bedroom Candy 10-year anniversary. She had a party for that, an event, which of course is being filmed for the new season of Atlanta. And when I saw this photo initially, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, like I miss Cynthia being on the show, not knowing that she's filming. Because it's a lot of times where people will film at events for the Housewives and it won't make the air, or we won't see them. Knowing, I'm thinking Cynthia was there even though it was filming, but I'm not thinking she's filming. You see what I'm saying? So now, to come to find out, she's filming as a friend of, which I think is good for her for now. That's the role I think we should have her in, because she can just come to all the events and parties and things like that and still be on the show, but just not full time. So that's good to know. Cynthia will be on the new season of Housewives. And speaking of the Housewives, now Candy has this, apparently is being accused of having an issue with Tamar, her and Todd, to be exact. Now, Tamar, it's headlines and people are saying Tamar Braxton sides with Carlos King over Candy Burris. And what we mean by that is, we know Carlos King used to be a producer on Atlanta. He now is on the own channel with the Love and Marriage shows. He also has like a late night show. Then he has a podcast. So he does a lot. Now, he is apparently looking, or was trying to do a biography on Candy. And Candy didn't approve of it. Candy had no input in it. And she did not like that. And it's been a problem with Carlos King and Candy for a minute now regarding this. Candy has said it, you know, she does not deal with him anymore. And then the situation that happened with Phaedra and, the sex dungeon and all of that, I believe he was a producer on Housewives of Atlanta when that occurred. So it's animosity there. It's a problem there. So for Tamar to side with him about this, it's one thing to still do business with him and have a friendship or relationship with him. It doesn't matter. But the fact that she's publicly agreeing that he should be able to do this biography without Candy's approval rubbed Candy the wrong way. Now, Tamar went to Instagram and she posted in her stories. She didn't give names, and you know how they do. They love to talk about it and let the general public figure out who they're talking about. Now, she went on her social media on Instagram. This was a few days ago now. And she said, I was threatened by a peach and their man. She said, I feel like if I did what they did, they would have told the world. But because they don't want y'all to know how effed up they are as people and city officials, they ain't said ish. She said, shall we play a guessing game? And then put, it's beef, and it's a real beef because your husband stepped to me, period. And then she said, Merry Christmas. So people are saying the couple she's talking about is Candy and Todd, and that Todd allegedly stepped to Tamar. And Escape did have a performance I forget the date, but it was recently. And I believe Tamar was supposed to be the, was one of the R&B acts to perform as well. So this is why people are just connecting the dots. Like, this is Candy and Todd, that she's talking about. Something apparently happened, I guess, regarding this whole Tamar siding with Carlos King. I guess they probably met face to face and words were exchanged, and whatever happened, happened, which caused Tamar to get on Instagram and talk about it. Now, this right here apparently is stopping Tamar from making money now, because I believe she was not able to perform that night, or didn't perform, or something happened to where Tamar is saying, like, okay, now you're trying to stop me from making my money. I have a problem with that. So this is messy. I don't know. I mean, Candy has every right to feel how she feels. Tamar, the same. Candy's messy. Candy's going to, and messy wasn't the word. Candy's petty. That's the word I meant to use. She's petty. She's going to make sure she's going to get you back. So if it means, okay, you won't be performing, then you won't be performing, especially at a place she's at. So, hey, that's how it is. I don't know, Tamar. Maybe you can get on a show with Carlos King. Maybe he can help you do that. It seems like Tamar is missing being on reality TV. And I guess they won't have a relationship from this point on. Will Tamar elaborate some more as to what happened? Probably. We'll wait and see what she says or posts. But in the meantime, that's what's going on with them. And Todd, for you to be stepping to somebody, uh, you shouldn't be. Okay? So we'll leave it at that. Now, I want to talk briefly about Potomac. And I'm not going to go through the whole episode. I just want to talk about this whole um Robyn and Gizelle's show that they had, the live show that they had. Wow. Oh my God. It was, I'm not going to really say embarrassing. I think they made it bad by booking this huge venue. If it would have been in a smaller place with less seats, it would have just been it would have looked different. The fact that you have this big whole auditorium and not even the front is filled, like you're skipping seats and trying to fill it in. And then the whole fact that the live show itself, it was not entertaining. To bring Juan out. And it seems like every time to get Juan to do something, it's always like Robyn has to pull teeth to get this man to do things. If you noticed earlier when Gizelle and Robyn were going over the live show, and Giselle's asking Robyn, like, is Juan, so Juan will be there. And then she's acting as if, oh, like, I got to remind him to be there. And it's like, well, Giselle's like, well, he knows about it. So, like, you really have to remind him like that. And she's like, well, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's just not even comfortable to watch anymore. That's not a love that I would aspire to have. It seems very forced. It seems very fake. Every interaction exchange that she has with Juan on camera, he seems like he just does not want to be there. He really acts that way. So he came out on a live show. They showed a quick little clip of whatever he said, and then the dancing part with Ashley coming out dancing. I wasn't feeling it. I did not like it. I don't even listen to Reasonably Shady, to be honest. I don't know if any of you out here who are going to hear this video have. I have not watched their podcast. I think them as a duo, to me, is getting burnt out to where it's one thing what they do on the show as a tag team, but the whole podcast, the Reasonably Shady podcast, is to me just they don't get in depth and just and are genuine at it. I think it's more so just being messy, putting on for the audience. I don't know. It's just, it is time for Gizelle to open up more. Will she ever do it? Who knows? I don't know. And Robyn, I just feel that you and Juan, I'm tired of y'all too. I'm getting a little bit tired of it. So I don't know how that's going to work with them in this reasonably shady live show thing, but that was a mess. And Karen was just like Karen was taking notes on what not to do. And this is the thing, Karen, when you have your live show, you better bring it, because we're going to judge. So hopefully it'll be good. Now, Robyn and Gizelle were on Watch What Happens Live after Potomac Sunday night. And, Andy was hitting him with the questions, asking him about everything, especially with the whole Mia and Wendy, if they held Mia accountable. And they claimed that they did on camera, but they didn't show it. And asked about Candace and Chris, and if they think that Chris is gonna cheat or likely to cheat. And Giselle's like, yeah. And also Gizelle mentioned that Chris apologized, which I guess we will see play out in the show. But I'm putting this up because later on that night, literally after the episode came on, or after Gizelle said what she said, here goes Chris. He posted a tweet and says, there goes added Gizelle, and said, twisting people's words and taking zero accountability. Now, I just would like for Chris to stop right now. I want him to stop literally waiting and watching. It's one thing for them to tape it, it aired, and then next thing you know, I guess, he finds out that she said this or said that. But it's like you're literally at home watching this yourself, waiting for her to say something about you so you can jump on Twitter and say something. When she's not going to respond to you on social media. She doesn't even use it like that, especially Twitter. She's not a tweeter. She does not tweet. She may post on Instagram, but she does not tweet. So this is like, Chris, I'm tired of this. Andy asked her about this because this is what everyone's talking about every week on social media about it. So he had to ask about it. Now, him saying about her twisting people's words, are you saying twisting the apology? Are you saying that her saying that you apologize is not true, that you didn't apologize and she's acting like you did? Whatever it is, I need to see it play out now, because I'm tired of the exchange every Sunday with Chris all up on social media talking about this. I wish he would stop, because at this point, I don't feel you did anything wrong, Gizelle, but you can't change how she says she felt. So let's just take it from there. Like, I'm tired of it. And then they showed a clip for next week with the woman that Ashley claims that Chris tried to talk to. And I'm like, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. This is going to be pure comedy next Sunday. Then Candace saying that she refuses to talk to a Sesame Street character. I laughed so hard when she said that, because this is exactly what I see. This is funny. And not only that, this woman claims that Eddie tried to talk to her too, Wendy's husband. So now it's like, okay, you know what? We'll find out Sunday. But I can tell you now, I don't believe what this woman says. I don't believe it. The thing with Gizelle and Chris is why it was an issue to me, as far as looking like sideways at it, because he said out of his mouth, he felt he was the most attracted to her out of all the women, or felt she was the prettiest, or however he worded it last season. This is the only reason why I thought, well, maybe he did try to say something. That's the only reason why. Now, when it comes to this woman right here, claiming that Chris tried to talk to her, will she have some DMs? I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I don't blame Candace for sitting here saying that she don't even want to talk to this woman. I can't even get mad at her for saying that, because this is going to be funny next week. And then lastly, what I want to talk about is Mia and Jacqueline. And this whole showering together, threesome-ish relationship whatever it is that they're having, whatever kind of friendship they had, when Mia said that when they were 19, 20, that she literally took a flashlight and like examined Jacqueline like she was a GYN. I'm I'm confused when it comes to them. Gizelle brought it up because they brought it to the show by showering together to have something to talk about, and they knew somebody as messy as Gizelle is gonna ask about it, and that's exactly what she did. And it's just really weird, the dynamic of this. Jacqueline, are you intimate with Mia and Gordon? Whatever it is, it Mia is just not this person that she claimed she was when she first came on the show. It's a lot of stuff going on with her. I actually like Jacqueline being a friend of. Um, I liked her this like in the beginning when I first like saw her. She's good at that. Hopefully she can stick around. I want to see exactly the fallout with Mia, exactly how everything happens. But I do like Jacqueline on Potomac. She has this budding friendship with Candace. Um, so I want to see what happens with Jacqueline. Hopefully we'll see. But for the meantime, it's just weird, this relationship they have, this whole money situation with Mia claiming that if she has money, her friends have money, or however she worded it, referring to Jacqueline coming up because of Mia, whatever. I don't know. They're being messy and we'll see how it plays out. I don't know how many episodes we have left of the season. I need to look into that and see. I believe episode 7 came on last week. We're at 7 or 8, but it's getting really good and we'll see how everything plays out. So, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll talk to all of you again soon.